gonna get started and we're just gonna put everything in the crock pot, but I'm telling you, you're really gonna love this. Now, obviously there's gonna be peaches in it because I'm calling this Peachy Keen slow cooker barbecued chicken. And this is just a really great meal that you can throw together. Listen, you can throw this in the crock pot the night before, cover it, put it in the fridge, and take it out, put it in your crock pot sleeve, and put it on low and cook it all day while you're at work. And when you come home, all you have to do is shred it, serve up some sandwiches, maybe pick up some coleslaw at the grocery store, or throw some oven fries in the oven, and then you have dinner in a half an hour. And it's great. Your family can eat on the run. Now, in our house tonight is church night, so it's Wednesday, so I have to make something that is quick to eat, that doesn't take forever to prepare, and I'm really busy working on a special project right now that I'm going to be announcing very soon, and I really don't have time to stand around in the kitchen working on dinner, and then Micah has to be picked up from school, and because she's gone back to school this week, really early in the year. But in any case, you get it. Parents understand. Kids are busy, we're all busy, and we need to make something that's going to be good to eat. Everybody's going to like it. So tonight we're making this chicken in the slow cooker, and everybody's going to love it. So what I have done is I have taken my chicken, and I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of my Sejed chicken seasoning on the top. And I'm only going to season one side because, listen, this is all going to get cooked in the slow cooker anyway. So seasoning both sides is not essential right now because none of this is going anywhere except in the slow cooker. I'm also going to give this a healthy sprinkle of the rib rub because it has all those yummy barbecue spices in it. Now, these are my Sejed spices, and if you want to know where I get these, I get them from Columbia Spice Company online. And I'll put the links below to where you can find these. I love Sejed. I have everything that they offer. And Columbia Spice Company has them at the greatest prices. So that's where I get them. And this is not an advertisement for them. This is just me telling you this is where I get it. And that's where you can get it. So
I love the product.
We do love their product. Alright, so I'm going to just set these aside for a moment. And we're going to build our sauce. Okay. Here's our crock. Now, don't think I'm crazy because I'm not. So, I have 1 pint of the peaches that I canned the other day. And I'm just going to put those, syrup and all, right down in the bottom of the crock pot. I have a pint of my homemade barbecue sauce. This is my almost Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. Recipe courtesy of Heather at the Needy Homesteader. And I have 1 medium sweet Vidalia onion. And that is all that goes in there. Besides, it isn't all that goes in there. We also have 2 cloves of minced garlic. And just for a little extra tanginess and spice and a little more depth of flavor, I have 2 tablespoons of brown mustard. Now, just get in here. I'm going to use my tongs. Stir it on up. It smells really amazing already. Mustard. Alright. Chicken. Couldn't be easier. Stick your chicken right on in there. I'm just going to make sure that it kind of gets in that saucy goodness. Also remember that this chicken is going to put off a little bit of its water. Now, you can do this with frozen chicken. So if you get up in the morning before work and you forgot to thaw out, like you get those chicken breasts in the bags, just take them out frozen and stick them in here. However, cut down your barbecue sauce to 1 cup only instead of the whole 2 cups because when they're frozen, they're going to give off a lot more water than they do when they're thawed out. And then after it's finished and you shredded it up, you can add that extra cup of sauce in if you desire. Because once you shred this, it's really going to absorb all that sauce. And that's what you want when you have a barbecue chicken sandwich. I mean, I like my shredded chicken to be really saucy. So, you know, like me. All right. I'm going to pop the lid on this, and I'm going to put it in the sleeve, and I'm going to set it on high, because right now it is 10 minutes of 12, and we're going to want to eat around 5 o'clock today. So I'm going to put it on high for 5 hours, and I'll be back when it's time to serve dinner. All right, we are back, and I have a confession. It is tomorrow, the next day, because when we were eating dinner and then we looked at the clock and it was time to go to church, so you know what happens. We didn't film a video ending. So we're going to do it now. It is the next day, and our chicken cooled in the crock pot overnight, and it smells amazing. It tastes really good even today, and it was amazing last night. And I just shredded it up right in the pot with 2 forks, and really if you just push it up against the side after it cooks for a long time, it's just going to break right up.
You can still see the little bits of peaches.
You can, right here.
But if you didn't know, you wouldn't know they're in there.
And they're delicious. It doesn't have an overwhelming peach flavor, but it really does add something to it. It's not too sweet. It's a little bit tangy. It's savory from the garlic and the onion, and of course the homemade barbecue sauce that's in there. You don't have to use homemade barbecue sauce. You can use your favorite. You don't have to use home canned peaches. You can just get a couple of cans of cling peaches in syrup. I do recommend in syrup though, because I think that does make a big difference in the final outcome of the quality of the final dish. So, what we're going to do now, as a little bonus, is we're going to go ahead and we're going to reheat some of this. I'm going to eat mine at room temperature today. Rick's going to have just a plain old barbecue chicken sandwich, and I'm going to make a barbecue chicken wrap with some lettuce and some cheddar cheese, and I'm going to show you how we do that. Alright, now I just have an extra large tortilla here. It's a burrito size, and I have some organic romaine lettuce, and I'm just going to break the spine on that. I like to put this on here because it helps to keep the tortilla a little bit less soggy, because this is a juicy chicken and it's gonna get soggy, so let's be real, right? Okay, so I'm not gonna use all of it, and then all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some of my chicken in here. And when you build a wrap sandwich, you should always remember to keep it a little bit closer to you, because then when you roll it up, it won't all squish out. Now, of course, you can do this with warm chicken, or you can do it like I'm doing it. It's left over the next day, and it's just at room temperature. Now, I'm going to put some more lettuce on the top here. And then I'm going to just do a wrap. And I'm going to close up one end of the wrap. See, it's juicy. And it's going to come out that side. But that's all right. I don't mind. And it came out. See, I'm glad I have a mat.
Yep.
So, I'm going to get a plate for myself, and then I'll be back and we'll build Rick's sandwich. This is just super simple. We have a nice onion roll that, yes, I did buy at the store because it's summer and it's too doggone hot to bake. So, I'm being real. In the summer when it gets over 100 degrees here, I do not turn my oven on to bake bread. We really don't eat that much bread in the summertime, so I don't bake it anyway. We usually have a loaf of bread, and usually I end up having, you know, to give some of it to the squirrels outside or the birds or something. So, and Rick just likes his plain. He's very basic. I like a little cheese on mine. Some people like coleslaw on theirs. You could put some creamy dressing on it, just like the wrap. I was going to tell you, this wrap is kind of inspired by a local restaurant that we go to occasionally called the Carolina Grill, and they make a Jamaican jerk chicken wrap that is to die for, and it's got cheddar cheese and lettuce. It's got, you can get fried or grilled chicken breast in it, but they have this really delicious Jamaican jerk sauce that's kind of spicy and sweet. It's like a clovey barbecue sauce. It's really delicious, and it's got some heat to it. But that's how I'm going to enjoy my leftover barbecued shredded peachy keen chicken. And Rick's just going to have a plain old barbecue on a bun. That sounds like school menu, remember? School lunchroom.
Yep.
Barbecue on a bun. So that's what we're having for lunch. Okay, So that's how we made our Peachy Keen slow cooker shredded barbecue chicken. This is a super delicious and super easy meal. Now, I did want to add, you can easily convert this into a freezer crock pot meal by putting all of those ingredients into a freezer bag, labeling it, and laying it flat on a cookie sheet and freezing it until it's solid. Then you can just file those upright in your freezer. When you are ready to make this for dinner, plan ahead, take it out the night before when you go to bed, just put it in your sink and let it thaw. In the morning, pop it in your crock pot, set it on low, put the lid on it, and then when you get home, you've got this all ready to go. And you've done all of the work ahead of time. So this is really a no-brainer, no fuss, no muss, but it's just as easy to throw together if you haven't made a freezer meal in advance. So I hope that you give this Peachy Keen shredded slow cooker barbecue chicken a try, and I hope that you love it. And until next time, I'll see ya. Thank you for joining me in my kitchen today. I hope you liked what you watched today, and I hope that you try it, and I hope that you love it. If you like what you saw, please consider hitting the thumbs up button and giving me a positive rating. And also, make sure that you hit the subscribe button if you're already not a subscriber so that you don't miss out on any of the fun we have here in our kitchen every single day. I hope that you enjoyed it. I'm really glad that you're here. Thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to come by tomorrow. Until next time, happy eating!